595 Sierra Oscar.
Receiving, Sarge.
Just a polite inquiry, Tony. How you doing?
I don't know what the problem is.
The high street's solid, and it's spilled over into all the side streets.
You're cutting it a bit fine.
If he's getting jumpy, just tell him 4 minutes.
Will do.
OK, thanks very much. Get that back straight away, will you, Eileen, please? It'll be about 4 minutes, sir.
With the traffic as bad as it is, I should be leaving sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I know, sir.
You got any other drivers standing by?
Yes, sir. I called PC Loxton in 20 minutes ago, but he's stuck in traffic.
Right. Well, if either of them turn up, I'll be in the collator's office. I should be back sometimes after 1 o'clock. If you need me, you know where to find me.
Yes, sir. Hello, Chief Superintendent's office. No, I'm sorry, he just left. Mrs. Brownlow? Yes, Derek Conway here. Look, hold on, will you? I'll try and catch him. Sir?
Yes, what is it?
It's your wife, sir. She's on the phone.
What does she want?
Wish you luck.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
Ah, new here, are you? My name's Tom Penny, Chief Security Officer, Craddock Engineering Company.
Yes, how can I help you, sir?
I've got an appointment with Detective Sergeant Roach, 9 o'clock. You know who he is, do you?
Yes. I'm afraid he's engaged at the moment.
Nothing changes, does it?
What would you like to take a seat, sir?
I don't think that'll be necessary.
I'm afraid it will be. You're a civilian here and I can't let you through.
Hollis?
Your jungle drums are working well.
You what?
Well, aren't you about that woman, Dave Quinn, just stopped her coming out of your place?
Oh, yeah. Said anything interesting, has she?
Nah, well, you have to speak to Alec Peters, mate.
You mean Sergeant Peters, Rich?
Something, yeah.
Is it right to let him through, Reg?
Tom? Yeah. He used to be a skipper here. Practically got shares in the place.
What right has he got? I ask you, what right? I was minding my own business.
Look, like I said, love, you are acting in a manner that gave me reasonable grounds to
Being
suspicion.
through all this, would you mind
talking
showing
to
us
you.
what you've got in your pockets?
I'm a pregnant woman.
No, but he's talking to you now. You're going to empty your pockets or not?
All right, Dave, find a WPC. We're going to have to search her.
No!
Congratulations, love. You just given birth to a brake pad.
Summary of the last 12 months' stops in streets, sir, and a breakdown of motor vehicle-related crime.
Well, thanks, Ron. Need something to read in the car. I must have about everything by now.
Yeah, just about clean me out, sir. Oh, juvenile offences.
Yes, why not?
Hang on, they were here a moment ago, sir.
As far as I know, it's a straightforward arrest, Tom.
What, Dave Quinnan? Nothing about that bloke straightforward, you know that.
She's a cleaner at your place. Dave nicked her as she was coming off the early shift.
Got a name?
Come on, do you need to know all that?
Look, I'm in charge of security there. She's been arrested. I've got a right. Besides, if it's who I think it is.
She hasn't been charged yet. Come on, Tom, you know the score. If there's anything in it for you, you'll be the first to know.
Yeah, all right, Alec. I tell you what, it's a thieves' paradise, that place.
Isn't it everywhere?
When I started there, I couldn't believe it. It's like a bloody jumble sale. Of course, half the security boys are in on it, what with wives and girlfriends and things. Didn't even bother hiding it half the time.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you, there's been some weeding out since I joined the firm, I can tell you.
I'm sorry to rush you, Tom. I've got to sort all this out and then we'll talk later.
Yeah, all right. I tell you what, why don't I buy you a pint when you finish at 2?
Yeah, I'll try.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, Alec. Check her boots. Favourite hiding place.
What's Penny here for anyway? Come for a job as a special, has he?
No, lollipop man, George.
Now, Norrie, come on, be fair. 2 points over the limit, you lose your job, eh?
Well, you're fed rep, Reg. What are you doing about it, eh?
Well, representations are being made. What's the matter with that? Eh?
Anybody seen Loxton?
Nothing you past 10 or...
Forget it.
Eh? Is that a fiddler's elbow, isn't it?
Sorry, mate. Right, never mind, let's go, Sam. Right, within the speed limits, none of that nonsense with the sirens. We've got half an hour to get to Victoria. We're going to make it?
I'll give it a go, sir.
Good.
There's only one thing, sir. I'm running a bit short of juice.
I've been doing it a few months. Well, my husband, Keith, he had a small business loan for his garage and we can't keep up the payments.
Oh, and I thought Tom Penny was the father.
Would you like to make a statement to me?
You're going to have to pay your husband a visit, Mrs. Gibbons.
Well, it wasn't his fault.
All right.
I was trying to help him.
Come on, let's phone an interview room.
Hold it. Would you mind taking your boots off, Mrs. Gibbons? Tom Penny isn't all mouth, Dave.
I thought we were getting things sorted. Give it a couple of weeks, it could all be changed again.
Oh, John Maitland's settled in. I mean, he's cracking the whip, but they know he's on their side.
There's talk of a new duty sergeant, Bob.
Yeah, but if there's a new appointment, I think that's down to the chief super, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think Mr. Brownlow's chances are up the yard today?
Well, he wouldn't have got aboard unless they thought he could make commander.
And what do you think?
Well, he's got everything going for him. If there's any single problem, it'll be his age.
I thought they'd be crying out for commanders of his experience.
They are, Bob, they are.
Right, has anybody called for an ambulance? Stamp! Ambulance!
Sierra Oscar 595.
Where does it hurt?
My leg.
Accident, junction of Miller Road,
Right.
Boundary Road.
Anybody see what happened?
One serious injury. Over. You back the car up, sir. Go the other way.
This might hurt. There. All right.
Sierra Oscar 595. Sarge, you can get onto the yard, let him know the governor's going to be late. Sir, will you witness?
Yeah. You just wait with us. All right. Can you tell me your name?
He's going all funny.
Stamp! He stopped breathing. Could you put those on, please? Quick. Right. If you can press on there.
In an outfit like that, behind the times, they think you get a couple of security men in, it'll all stop. But I tell you this, Ted, it's been going out on a regular basis. It's a team.
Yeah, sure thing, Tom. Sure. What is it?
Another artifice crime, Sergeant. Mrs. Henderson. Sounds like the same bloke saying he's from the gas board.
Get in?
Nah, she wouldn't let him, but there's a good description.
Smash him, put it on Carver's desk. I'll get him to deal with him when he comes in.
Will do. All right, Tom.
I'm sorry about that, Tom. You know how it is.
I've kept my eyes open. Asked a few questions, looked through the files. It's different people on different days. But the point is, Ted, it's got to be going somewhere. Someone's handling it.
So what? You mean these people are known associates? Have known associates? I mean, outside the firm?
Well, look, I'm not 100% sure of that. But the amount of stuff that's going, it points to it, yes.
So what are you saying, Tom? That this is some sort of conspiracy? Or what? It'll be difficult to prove.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be easier for you to check these people out for yourself? Find out what you can get out of them?
I'd like you to come down and take a look, Ted, that's all.
Well, you mean set up an observation? We're only talking a few car parts, Tom.
It's a crime. You are still interested in crime, aren't you, Ted? Come on, I'm ex-job. I know the score.
All right, all right. I'll try and come across and see you. I can spare you an hour.
11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2,
I think he's breathing, sir.
Yeah, there's a pulse. Oh, traffic here. We'll hand over to them. I thought he was conscious when we arrived. Stopped breathing. And CPR has a pressure pin in his leg.
Cheers, mate. You probably saved his life.
Stamp! Nearly through. Honey, I should be late.
Don't worry, sir. Really ready through the yard. Oh, good. Don't mind me saying, sir, but isn't the uniform a bit for a board?
Well, that's what they call proactive policing, Tony, isn't it?
And this was Sergeant Maitland with it.
Yeah, and that's when he does it, doesn't he? WPC French, arrest that bus.
Lads.
Tom.
Right.
All right.
Tom, I'll see you in a couple of minutes, Bob.
Yeah, all right, sir. Well, how are you keeping?
Oh, you know. So you still got you under the thumb?
Oh, we get along.
Still rubbing your nose in the rule book, is he? Worse than Hollis for regulations.
Yeah, so what brings you here?
A little bit of business with CID.
Ah, still keeping you touch then?
Oh, certainly. You know me. Look, as I'm passing, I thought I'd make the flag at 2 if you fancy a pint.
Well, it's a bit short notice, isn't it? I mean, I'd like to, but...
Think nothing of it. Tell you what, pass the word around. If they're looking for an old mate to stand them a drink, I'll be in there.
Yeah, OK, Tom.
Right, be seeing you, Bob.
Yeah. Security bloke now, isn't he?
Yeah.
There but for the grace of God.
Hello, I'm Chief Superintendent Brownlow. I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, yes, Mr. Brownlow, we got your message, but the board's running an hour late anyway, so I didn't pass it on.
Let's try Charles.
David.
Trying to impress the board, you're still a working copper?
Well, it wasn't a trial, actually. We met a PI accident. For like the living daylights out of me. Excuse me, is there anywhere I could get a wash and brush over?
Here, come with me.
Oh, thanks.
Still hands on, eh, Charles?
Yeah. I thought I'd forgotten how to deal with road traffic accidents.
Save it for the board. He'll go down a treat with Hicks.
Hicks?
Yes, you know him. Isn't he your new DAC?
Yeah, but he's not on the board, is he? I mean, I thought the two DACs were Drew and Webster.
Hicks took Webster's place at the last minute. Webster's doing a briefing for next Sunday's demo. You were stationed here at the yard, Charles. You get all of it.
Honestly, it's only been going on 2 months.
Yes, and we believe you. Now, I've got to ask you this. Do you know other people who might be doing the same kind of thing?
What are you asking me to say?
It's all right, Mrs. Gibbons.
No, it's not. He's asking me to grasp.
On who?
Look, there's nobody else. Well, I mean, there might be, the odd bit here and there.
Well, that's interesting, because I've heard that's not exactly the case. I have it on very good authority that there are lots of things being stolen from that factory. Small parts, machine tools. And if I thought that you knew anything to do with that,
the cleaner.
then who do you know?
What's he on about? All right, your bloke caught me. And I'm ashamed of what I've done, but honest, you've got to believe me. I've never heard about anything else.
Interview terminated 11:05. Look, Mrs. Gibbons, I'm just going to have a word with my colleague. Can I get you a cup of tea or something?
Could you catch us a fag as well?
Yeah, sure. She's not lying, is she?
Doubtful.
Where'd you get all that from? Look, the poor woman's been scared out of her wits. She's learnt her lesson. She's going to be charged, and then she's going to be sacked. Do we have to stick her with the Brinks mat as well?
Yeah, all right, June. Just get her a cup of tea and see if we can bail her. I didn't mean to get on your back.
I'm sorry. Do you think you can get me a cup of tea? Must I catch a fag?
Joy, Ted?
No, grief, Alec.
Ah, frankly, I could see it coming. Tom Penny's his own worst enemy.
Yeah.
So what you going to do, see him? Well, tell him if he gets any more hunches, take him down to Barton Street. He owes them a favour.
Come in.
Chief Superintendent Brownlow, sir.
Mr. Brownlow, come in. Take a seat, please. Thank you, sir.
Well, Mr. Brownlow, perhaps you would be so good as to tell us why you wish to attend the senior command course.
Well, sir, it would give me an opportunity to reflect on the problems of policing in a modern society. An opportunity to stand back and consider and exchange views with other officers of different backgrounds.
When I did the course, there was an FBI agent, a chief super from Bermuda, and an AC from Botswana.
Well, sir, I can't think of many aspects of serious crime that don't have international connections.
All right. What is your particular interest as a policeman in a capital city?
Underfunding, in a word.
Look at all this lot. It's chaotic. Half the problem is there's no decent system of checks. They're coming and going with this and that. You know how it is.
So where are you saying it goes? How do they get it out?
Oh, the small stuff, easy. They stick it under the benches. Or through here, where the stuff's ready for distribution, they can get it out in the packaging. I mean, I ask you, 5 blokes to run the security for this lot. It's a joke.
Yeah, well, Tom, I didn't come here to find out how hard your life is.
Go through the locker rooms. You'd find 2 grand's worth of unaccounted for stuff there, easily.
So what do you want me to do? Produce my warrant?
No, of course not.
Okay, I've heard the theory, now let's have the facts. Who's taking it, how much, and how do they get it out?
That's why you're here. I need your help, Ted.
Excuse me, Tom. What's going on here?
Ah, Mr. Craddock, this is Detective Sergeant Roach, Sunhill Police Station.
What have we got, a problem?
I've been invited here at the request of your chief security officer to look into allegations of theft within the establishment.
Oh, have you? Well, perhaps that's something I'd better discuss with you as well.
Fine by me.
My office, Tom. All right. Now,
Community relations, dialogue with the ethnic minorities and with social services. Those are the goals that I've set myself at Sun Hill.
Well, there's more to being a senior officer than just having comfortable lunches with the Rotary Club. What about the harsh realities? Crime, for instance?
Well, we have a good record there, sir. Our clear-up rate is 3% higher than the force average.
Thanks to your CID and an element of luck. Or are you suggesting that that's down to supervision?
Yes, I am. Take the Blake murders. They weren't solved by luck, but by an officer on the ground with good knowledge and local connections.
That puts paid to all those expensive computers, then.
Well, no, of course not. But computers can't solve crime.
While we're on the subject of the Blake murders, do you think the party you gave the day Blake was arrested did very much for your close community relationship?
I'm sorry?
Well, I understand it was quite an ease-up, and yet the man downstairs hadn't actually been charged.
He had confessed.
A lot of people confess, Mr. Brownlow. People who later retract their confessions or are released on appeal. I'm sure I don't have to remind you of several such cases recently.
Mr. Craddock, a woman was arrested this morning who has been systematically taking goods from this place for several months. Are you telling me you don't want that investigated?
Look, let's just get our priorities into focus here. One woman pilfering is hardly enough to get me to send for you lot.
I have reason to believe it's not just one woman pilfering.
Yes, maybe not. I know how much stuff is being stolen. It's called shrinkage, and it's allowed for in the overheads.
It's going to get very small very quickly if you don't do something about
You're
it.
not a policeman anymore. You're a security officer. Now, just remember that. I run this place, and I decide what happens.
I don't make any apology for what happened after Blake had confessed. It was a good, clean result, and everybody knows it.
So everybody got drunk?
That is an exaggeration. We had the confession and forensic evidence, and we made good use of it. We cleared up 2 unsolved murders in the Bristol area by cross-reference. Now, if I choose to congratulate my people, if I choose to open a couple of bottles at the end of a shift, then so be it. May I remind you, sir, that you gave the officer concerned a DAC's commendation.
I'll find a way round it. I mean, thanks for your help and all that, Ted, but it's opened my eyes to a few things.
Well, man has a point. No need to go steaming in.
Yeah, softly, softly, catchy monkey, I know. I'd like to have a good dig round under Craddock's little empire. I'll have a few more things to tell you in the not-too-distant future.
You don't get it, do you?
What?
Craddock didn't hire you to do a job. He hired you to cut his overheads.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
No, look, Tom. Having a chief security officer with police background cuts his insurance premium by thousands, more than he's paying you. And that includes your medical insurance and your private pension, and the minicabs you have to visit the other factory because you're a disqualified driver. You know what your problem is, Tom? You don't know when you're well off.
So what are you saying? Turn a blind eye, let it happen? Sorry, Ted, not in my nature.
Well, it might not be, but it is business. Look, Craddock knows what's going missing, and it doesn't worry him. And to be honest, if there's no victim, it doesn't worry me either.
What, you call yourself a policeman?
Yeah, I do. But maybe you shouldn't call yourself one any longer. Look, I'm sorry to bring you down to earth with a bump, me old love, but you're not doing yourself any favors.
Apparently we're straight in, heart massage a lot.
God bless our chief super. You just found out as a human being, have you?
Oh, come on, there are plenty of chief supers. Wouldn't have gone near it.
Not before a board, luck. Or maybe he arranged it. Give him something to talk about.
You could do a lot worse than him. You wait till someone else takes his place.
Nah, a word from the wise, right? Brownlow doesn't stand a chance.
Oh, yeah, and you'd know, yeah?
Well, you know, modesty forbids and all that, but I do know where the clever money is, and it ain't on him.
Oh, yeah.
You opening a book or what, then?
Yeah. First round after the relief says Brownlow comes back smiling.
Oh, I love it when you're sentimental, George.
You're on.
All right.
One condition, though. Make it the leather bottle.
What for?
Uninvited guests, son.
All right, Tom. What you having, mate?
Hello? First to the few, is it? No, I'll get yours.
Just after him. What's up? Actually, I don't know how many of the lads are going to turn up. You know how it is.
So I keep being told.
Yeah, well, it's short notice, wasn't it?
Yeah, suppose so. Half a bit, half a load, I think.
Well, sir, like they say, it's an ill wing.
Meaning?
Well, since you're a little bit of grief, we've all learned a lesson. I reckon I'll spend more on couch than I do on bill.
You don't have to tell me.
Ah, like I say, it's made us all a bit cautious. Well, we are becoming all these days, aren't we?
I suppose that accounts for it. Thanks. Yeah?
Come on, anyway. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, Hollis.
How'd it go, sir?
Hello, Dick. I think it's what politicians would call a meaningful exchange of views.
Like that, was it?
Yeah. Lots of loaded questions. I think they use these selection boards to have a pop at you and your division. Still, I think I managed to hold my own.
Well, I hope you got a chance to push the division a bit, sir. The arrest of Blake, for instance.
Yes, it was mentioned. They use it as a stick to beat me over the head with.
Well, you know what it's like, sir. They give you a rough time, probably means they want you. Give you an easy ride, never in the running.
I gave it my best shot. To be honest, if they're not interested, neither am I.
Is it all right for me to uncross my fingers, then?
Well, you better wait till I've spoken to the wife. Oh, Derek. Any news on that motorcyclist who was injured this morning?
Yeah, he's stable.
Oh, good. You might send Stamp up to me. I'd like to thank him.
Yeah, will do.
Oh, hello. It's me. Yes. Well, I survived.
I can't stay long, actually.
Hectic social life, is it, Red?
No, I'm going down the gym.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll take a bit longer because I've got the push bike, you know, since you're...
You can still be drunk in charge of a bike, Red.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Anyway, can you give me the Ackland section? Go on, have a go. Road Traffic Act 1988, Section 30. Believe me, I can hack it to the best. Do you know I can still recite the primary objects? But you can't do that, Red.
It's a long time ago, isn't it?
Not all that long. The primary object of an efficient police force is the prevention of crime. The next, that of the detection and punishment of offenders if crime is committed.
Yeah, well, like I say, nice to see you, Tom. I'll see you again, maybe.
Yeah.